Hello, welcome back to my channel. So this video, I gotta make a lining for a pair of pants that a lady is going to be wearing tomorrow on Easter. And so this is a last minute sew. So I had to run to the Hobby Lobby and find the fabric to go with these pants because I went to Joann's, and our Joann's over here is going out of business, and all the fabric was 90% off, and it wasn't any fabric. It was completely bare. It was a couple of polar fleece fabric left, but all the satin and tulle and everything else was gone. So therefore, making me have to go over to Hobby Lobby. And I have nothing against Hobby Lobby, but you cannot use any kind of coupons there. And they only have fabric that's going to be 40% off every so often. And this week, it was not 40% off. So it was $6.99 a yard. And you know, you can make a pair of pants with 2.5 yards of fabric, no matter what size it is. So I knew I didn't want these pants to be long, so I just went ahead and got 2 yards of fabric, and that's what I am doing. I have a simplicity pants pattern, just a regular pants pattern that I'm going to put an elastic in it, and I'm in my kitchen floor cutting this out so I can go ahead and get it sewn and put in these pants, because the pants is like this mesh pants, and I'm going to show you guys later once we get into the studio of what it looks like. And I'm just really going to set the pants down, this satin pair of pants that I'm going to make, down inside the pants, and she can just wear them like that. I've made pants for years, just a simple pattern, but I've never like did a lining where you do that waistband and all that kind of stuff. So no, I don't have any idea how to do that, and I don't have time to be learning how to do it today. So that's what I'm gonna do. I am cutting this fabric out on my kitchen floor, and then I'm going to take it out there to my studio, and we're gonna sew it together. So it's kind of like gonna be a quick sew along. Now, let's move out to the studio. All right, guys, I got this cut out, so let's head out to my studio and sew it together. I got a new Singer sewing machine because Joann's was going out of business, and I bought one. So let's go out here and start sewing. Okay, we made it out here to the studio. It's kind of hot, and let me explain to y'all what I got going on. So it is Easter, and I had to do some alterations on a couple of Easter suits, and I got one pantsuit that I didn't know I had to do, but I have to do it now. So here it is. It's a pantsuit. Well, this is the pants. Well, these pants are totally see-through. Yeah, so the lady wanted me to put a lining in these for Easter Sunday, and I didn't know she wanted to wear them on Easter Sunday. So here we go. So what I was cutting out was a pair of pants that I had found some fabric at the Hobby Lobby. Let's put these back over here. So I had found some fabric at the Hobby Lobby. That's what you saw me cutting out. This fabric right here, the satin fabric, and I'm just going to make a pair of pants, and she can wear them up under that. So let's get to sewing. Let me show you my new sewing machine and all that I got from Joann's. I actually did go to Joann's a while ago and they didn't have any fabric. They have sold out of everything except for like baskets and that kind of stuff. And they didn't even have any scissors or anything, and I didn't have time to be looking for that because I needed to get this fabric so I can get these pants made. So here's my new sewing machine. See if y'all can see, it's a Singer, heavy duty. Come with this little cover. So here she is, and it sews, really does sew pretty good. Not as good as my Viking that I have in the house, but I do love Singer sewing machines. So I got it for like $200, and I thought that was a good deal. And it did come with this attachment thing that you can put on it and sew. But I'm not going to do that because I don't need that on there right now. So I'm going to put you down here where you can see what I'm doing. And we're going to go ahead and get going. Because she got to pick them up today. So this, and I've got some chalk marks. So this is the front pair, the front part of it. And then here's the back. Okay. Here's the back. Back. And I got it marked in front. Now, get some thread. Rewind me a bobbin up real quick. Okay, and I forgot to let you know what pattern this is. This is a Simplicity 1622 that I had in a zipper lock bag. And I can't find the envelope that it went with, so I'm just going to use this pants pattern to go by because most pants is all the same. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get, well, I hope they're going to all be the same, the right sides together. We're going to sew right sides together, and we're going to start with the front and stitch in the front to the back. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, this is the back because I got it marked. So I'm going to move one over here. So this is the one back, and this is the right side of it. And then I'm going to get one front. Okay. Yep, so here's the front. We're going to get one front, one back. We'll stitch them together with the right sides touching. And we're going to stitch the inner leg seams together. So that's going to be right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little pins, and I got some pins right here. I'm going to just pin it together, and that's what we're going to sew all the way down here. Like I said, this is a quick little tutorial, quick pants sew. It's like a lining, so nobody's really gonna see them anyway. She just could not wear that to church with her legs showing. So this is how I'm gonna do it. I have never added a lining inside of a pair of pants, a skirt, or nothing. And so you see this jagged. When I cut this fabric out, I went ahead and used my pinking shears because I didn't want to have to go back and do all this serging and all this kind of stuff. Because like I said, this is quick. So this is what we've done. We've pinned the inner side seams together on that one, and then I'm going to do that same thing to this other one. I'm going to take this over here and put it on the sewing machine. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the other pants leg. Put the right sides together, the front and back. And we're going to sew it together at the inner leg seams. So, and I, like the notches and all this kind of stuff. make sure that's matching up. Make sure y'all can see what I'm doing. I hadn't sewed a pair of pants or anything from scratch in years. I mostly have just been doing a bunch of alterations, and I kept saying to myself, I need to sew something from scratch, because I used to sew all the time pants, like quick pants and quick shirts, and I just started doing more alterations than actual sewing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring y'all closer so y'all can see. Alright, here we go. So you know, it's starting with any sewing. We're going to start with a back stitch and we're going to end with a back stitch. Okay? So here we go. Let's start right here. We're going to put our presser foot down. Take your pins out. We're just going to do a straight stitch. The back stitch. We're going to do a 5/8 seam allowance and keep going all the way down. Sewing machine actually sews really good, so I'm happy that I got it. Alright, so we got one pants leg done. We're going to grab this other one. Keep moving. Right? Same thing. Okay, so we got that done. Okay, we got this done. So I'm going to show you what it's looking like. So when you sew to the back and front together, you come up with like this U looking deal. Let me scoot y'all back. See? You got this U deal. And you're going to put them together with the right sides facing. That's how I'm going to do it. It's probably another way to do it, but this is how I'm going to do it. So this is another other one. We're going to put the right sides facing. Okay. Let me put y'all back so y'all can see what I'm doing. Alright. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. We got the right sides together. We're going to pin the center seams. So this is what it looks like. This is the center. It's like a U. Can you see that? And pin, that's the center side, center seams. So that's what we're going to pin together. Matching the seams. And the notches, and match those up too. Okay, let's do the other side. And I do have some like those little wonder clips, and those work good too. But I have been sewing using straight pins forever, so I didn't just used to use them. But like if I was gonna sew something like leather or plastic or something like that, then I need to use those because the pins would put a hole in it. So we got that done. Now what we're going to do is we're going to sew all the way around. We're going to sew in this U, and that's going to be our center side seams. So we'll come on over here to the sewing machine. Sew that. So this is a real quick little tutorial because they're going to be coming back to get this any minute. felt so bad, guys, because I had misunderstood what she said. Starting with a back stitch. Alright, guys. Sometimes you do, my thread was like shredding. And like I said, sometimes you will run into some issues. And that's what this is. We're going to rethread this machine and keep going. Yep, that's what it tried to thread. I don't know what the deal is, but we're going to thread it back up and keep moving. I'm using this pink, this embroidery thread. That was all I had in that color, so that could be why it's acting up. But anyway, we got it sewn. So then what we're going to do is open it up like this. Well, let's do the right sides together. Open it up. So we're going to open it up, and then it's like magic. It just like turns into pants. See? Just pants. Now we're going to go in here and sew the side seams down. So that's over here on the sides. I'm going to sew them all the way down to the bottom, and I'm going to put a couple of pins in it, you know, just in case. We don't want no mistakes where we got to come back out here and rip this out, because we are pressed for time. So I'm going to pause, y'all, and I'm going to pin this up, and I'm going to come back. Okay, so the side seams, and then I'm going to go back in. I should have reinforced that inner seam, so I'm going to do that too. Let's slippery. It's a poly satin, so it is really slippery, and it does not have any stretch. So that's why I did get like a one size larger. Okay, now, and I should have done this first, but I'm going to go back and I'm going to reinforce this inter seam in here, because we don't want it busting loose. trim all these threads. All right, so let's see what we got. Let me pull y'all back. Oops. All right. All right, let's turn the right side out. Oh. Let's go back. Let me go back and get this little piece. Alright, so this is what we got. And we gotta put the elastic in it. And I don't think I got any elastic out here with me. So I'm gonna run into the house and grab a roll of elastic and come right back. Alright, got some elastic. This is I think it's an inch. Yeah, it's an inch. So I got some thicker. I don't know where it is, but we're gonna go with this inch elastic. Now, I don't know what the waist is, so I'm going to take the waist measurement on these pants, and that's what it's gonna be, because I don't know what her waist measurement is. So here's what we're going to do. We'll measure it, because there's no stretch. So it's like a 22 and 22, so I'm on 42. So I'm going to do 22-inch elastic, and then it'll stretch. So let's do 23 inches. Now, let's see. How am I going to do this? So pants is a 42. Pants is 42 waist. So let's just do about that much. And then if it's too big, I can always fix it, because I forgot to get our waist measurement. So let's see what this is. Let's see. We're going with a 42, okay? And I know it's going to be stretchy, but it's okay. We'd rather have it too big where we can pull the elastic to fit her than too small. Alright, so what we're going to do now is make a casing for this elastic. So we're going to go back on the wrong side, and we're going to sew like 1.5 inches down, just so we can have this enclosed in. And I don't have my, I do have an iron, but we're going to just guesstimate this, where this will fit through here. Yep, that'll fit. So we're going to do like 1.5 inches casing around here. Let's come over here so you can see. So that's what it's going to look like. And we're going to just do this all the way, fold this all down, all the way around. And we're going to kind of try to enclose that raw edge. Get my little ironing board. Alright, let's see if y'all can see this. So we're kind of just folding it under an inch and a half, just so we can get that 1 inch elastic through there. And like I said, nobody is going to even see this because it's like a lining. Going to keep folding it all the way around. Then we're going to take it over here to the sewing machine and sew it, and we're going to leave a little part of it open where we can insert the elastic. And you know what, I used to make pants all the time when I was younger. And I just would go and buy 2.5 yards of fabric. Because with just about 2.5 yards of fabric, you can make any pair of pants that you want. And like when fabric would be like $1 or $2 a yard, I would just go buy up a bunch of different colored fabric, and I'd make my own pants and put elastic in them and wear them with like sweater or long shirt. And I might have to start back doing that, but then I guess I would just have to go to the Hobby Lobby and get all my fabric, because first we had a Hancock's fabric. So like I said, I've been sewing since I was about 13. Hancock's fabric, it went out, and that left Joann's, and now it's done went out. So there ain't no fabric stores. I guess, I'm not sure if Walmart even still sells fabric. I need to check and see. So this is what we got. We got like a casing going all the way around. All the way around. Now we're going to sew this. I'm going to sew it. Of course, you know how I'm going to sew it, and then I'm going to come right back. Let's pause. Okay. So I got that casing done all the way around. Now we're going to feed this elastic through using a safety pin. So what we'll do is just going to put this safety pin on this elastic, and so we had left this little piece opening, and we're just going to slide this elastic in and like bunch it up. Let me show you. And get it through there. Pull it through here. And it's gonna be tight because I didn't measure mine exactly, so it might be a little bit under 1.5 inches. But it's okay, because see, it's just going through here. It's got one little piece I just must have sewed too slim, but it's okay. Gonna make it work. Getting it on in here. Just keep going all the way around, and I'm gonna pause this because I'm doing the same thing. Okay, so I got this elastic in here. This video is long. I don't want it to be this long. But I got this elastic in here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm going to zigzag stitch this and feed it all the way through here, so it'll be good. Now what I'm going to do is go ahead and I'm going to hem the bottom of these pants, and then I'm going to come back when it's all done, and we're going to insert it in those Easter pants things, and I'm going to show you how it looks. Be right back. Alright, so this is what we got. Got the pants, got a hem, little hem at the bottom. Cut this thread off. This side, hemmed it up. These threads off. And I'm not going to do any type of pressing. We are just going to put these in those other pants and see how it works. Here's the pants. Alright, this is what we're going to do. We mark the back. I didn't put a thing on here so she'll know the back. I'm just going to put B. Well, that pen don't work. Let's see if this one will. I'm going to put a B on here so she'll know the back. Back. Alright. We're going to put them in here. Put them down in here. The pants legs. And I'm going to see. Right. Add it in there. And I guess, I mean, you really can't even see. I mean, like, it's in there. I don't know. You can see it through that white. I didn't do it all the way down to the bottom, because I only got 2 yards. So let's see. There it is. Let me stand back. So I got this lining in here. And we're going to pray that this works out. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I am going to be doing some more sew along tutorials on different things. Please subscribe. Bye.